Hello, hello. Let me know if you can hear me, honey. Oh my God. Let me know if you can hear me, baby. I am not going to be before you long. No, I am not. I am not going to be before you long. Now, let me come on over here to the chat really quick. Honey, I'm on this iPad again. If you hear a little interference in the background, baby, my fan is on. My fan is on right now, okay? And I cannot turn it off. So, baby, I do apologize for that. How is the audio? You can hear. Thank you so much. Welcome on in. Beauty is her name. I see you were here first. Hey, baby. Butterfly 23, Petty Patty, Toddy Jackson, Very Cheery, Pen Pal 50, Users, and We Seniors Need Love too. Only Me 23. Hey, hey, hey. Mimi 55, Jet Black. Hey, let's talk about it. Welcome on in, Miss HLS. Dolls, I had to go back and listen to the video from earlier. Child. Honey, say that, dim folks. Thank you for confirming. Twyla 310, Justin's mom, KOD. Hey, hey, hey. So listen, Aaliyah TV, hey, baby. Listen, y'all. Honey, child, listen here, okay? It is about to be messy tonight. It's going to be messy tonight. Bible lady, hey, honey. Sherry with the YL said, on my community post, I did share the video because I don't know if once Gerald from the North Carolina beat speaks his side of the story, if we can even react to it, okay? I don't know if he codes, if he does a code switch when he comes on his YouTube, because baby, they are fighting on the internet, all right? So on my community post, I shared with you what time everything is going down. I don't know if he's going to be easy because I feel like Danat did enough for Sister Sylvia. You know what I mean? I feel like if you watch the full video that Danat did when it comes to Sister Sylvia, I was just like, okay, that's enough. Y'all know I am very sensitive when it comes to males against females. I am. Even if they deserve it, I still cringe a little bit like, yikes, oh my God. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know if he is going to cut her some slack or if he's going to go all in. Based off of his thumbnail, yikes. And when he says he has receipts, because see down there in his description of the things, let me go down here to the description. I'm on an iPad, baby, so I can't give you but too much. All right, please hit the like button on your way in, honey. Okay, now give me a moment. Oh, if you don't know, we are still talking about what we talked about earlier, which is infamous Sylvia the problem, or are the people not doing their homework when it comes to sharing space with other content creators when they're down at these trials or wherever else they're going to be at where they have to share a space? Again, you can't go to lunch with everybody. Even if it's just lunch, baby, I'm not eating with anybody, eating, because y'all know, and I have some things to upload about how we talk here in Pittsburgh. But baby, I can't eat with everybody. I like to enjoy my meal, and I'll be goddamn if I be eating with a bunch of strangers I really don't know. I would rather just have lunch by myself, alone, solo, if you will. They said taking yourself out on a lunch date, I believe they call that self-love or self-care. I don't know. You can tell me all about it. Now, honey, and shout out to one of my dogs, because I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even know Sister Sylvia was being torn apart over there at the Denied channel until she had told me. So shout out to you, Sugar. You know, I have a HIPAA policy where I don't expose nobody's medical records. If you done told me something, unless you tell me to say that you said it, I try to keep it cute and light, okay? Now, when you go down there to the North Carolina beat, who will be live in 3 hours, I already shared that on a community post. When you go to his description, you know, when you hit that more button, wait, hold on. Now, sometimes my fingers, when you hit that more button, that will get you into the description of the things, okay? And hold on here. And I'm not even going to be here for a long time. Let me put this disclaimer up here because I already know how. I don't even know what y'all saying already in the chat. Baby, if I didn't speak to you directly, I apologize. I got to get right in and out of this live, okay? Gerald Jackson, Jackson, girl, get your shit together. Gerald Jackson, aka the baddest blogger, is firing back at Armand Patahead Wiggins. I'm just reading directly from the screen. Now, I love me some Armand Wiggins, but if I'm going to be a little bit messy and if I'm going to stick my toe into the toilet water, I got to tell you what is said exactly. I can't sugarcoat it. After Armand responded to the Central Park situation during the Diddy trial, Gerald is coming with facts and receipts to expose the lies and delusions. Who I'm calling out? Armand Wiggins, pathological lying. The truth about the so-called fight in Central Park, that messy text message from infamous Sylvia sent Armand about Gerald. These YouTube weirdos are always twisting the story. Follow me everywhere. Instagram at IIAM, G as in girl, J as in jump, at the North Carolina Beat. Those are two different handles. Twitter, which is X, at the NC Beat. Facebook, the North Carolina Beat. And he does have a website, www.thencbeat.com. And he is asking you all, don't forget to like and comment, okay? He does not even ask you for a subscription because I believe I told y'all early on the outside looking in, I believe his meat and potatoes are over there on the Facebook, okay? I guess he don't even want y'all asses to subscribe. There is a copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. All right, letting the people know that this is for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted, fair use guidelines. All right. So, honey child, listen, I don't know what's going to happen at 6 o'clock, but if you don't know how Gerald gives it, I'm warning you in advance. Now, if you all innocent in church going and you clutching your pearls at every single curse word and profanity used when it comes to roasting and gagging and carrying on in these streets of the YouTube and the alleyways of YouTube's, I suggest you don't go over there, okay? You can go over there and give it a trial experience, but don't say that I didn't tell you. I don't understand how some of you that are in the community of the Nesto and Shirley Strawberry and Sister Sonia and all of the above, I don't understand how some of you do cringe at some things if you're still following the BS that goes along with that main storyline that we talk about over here at the Dollhouse. But just in case you feel like some of us content creators are doing too much with that, or we say a little too much, or it's a little harsh or inconsiderate or mean girlish, I don't suggest you go over there at 6 o'clock to get into this live that's about to happen. Now, I do believe on this live it is going to be more so focused on what he has going on with Armand, and I think a little bit of Sylvia. If I'm just making an assumption, a little bit of Sylvia will be featured on said post that I have on my community wall. So that's at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I just seen a sugar that came in here. Baby, I tried to reach out to you, because of the medical records, HIPAA, and all of the things. I tried to reach out to you on a old community post to thank you for your Cash App. I truly appreciate you. I was just like, oh, child, when you wake up and you see a Cash App, I said, come on through, baby doll. So I just want to thank you for that in advance. You know who you are, sugar. I just seen that you were in the chat. So I just wanted to make sure you heard me give you a thank you. I feel crazy when I can't thank somebody right there on the spot. All right. So, child, I just came on to tell y'all all about that. I can't share my screen. I'm on the iPad. I'm logged into StreamYard. You just got to leave out of the live, go to my community post if you want to see that thumbnail that Gerald created for his show that he is going to have at 6 p.m. tonight. I feel like, Sylvia, this should be a lesson because I don't know if she ever got dragged like this before. I don't. Oh, speaking of drag, I do have something uploading somewhere. Hold on 1 second. Oh, Jesus. Bear with me, honey. Y'all have to keep in mind also when it comes to a roast and a gag, it doesn't necessarily have to have anything to do with the truth. And that is unfortunate, but you have to eat the meat and spit out the bones when it comes to people that are roasting and gagging, because sometimes that is going to include exaggeration, and that is going to include things that might not necessarily be true the person about the person that they're roasting and gagging. Okay, so let me see what y'all saying here in the comments. um Repeat the handles. Girl, now come on here now, El Sid. Somebody help El Sid out. Somebody help Sister El Sid out, please. Let me get this up off the screen, honey. All right. Do we want to get the couch? Somebody asked about the dollhouse. Cinnamon is still here, baby. Have no fear. The dog is still here. She be at the doggy daycare, but she's still here, baby. Okay, there she is. Because I know I seen a comment where somebody asked. Y'all know I'm down here on this corporate job, so honey, we need to go to the bar. We're gonna go down there to the bar right now because there's just a whole lot going on today already, and it's only 2:40 in the p.m. It's only 2:40 in the p.m. And I feel like I'm so scrambled in the mind with everything that I have going on personally. I'm nervous that I'm going to forget to tune in at 6 p.m. to see everything, and y'all gonna know what's going on before me, because that's just the way my mind works. Okay, soon as I hit that end stream button, I be forgetting to be messy after the fact. Okay. Now, on our replay from earlier, the live chat replay, I don't know where the hell it is. It'll probably be up soon. Maybe it'll come up tomorrow. I don't know. Sometimes when I end my lives, I don't know if it has something to do with if I edit the video, or if I not edit the video, or if I edit something within the live with the settings. I don't know if that takes the live chat replay away, but it will eventually come back up. So I do apologize for anybody that was trying to catch the replay and you didn't get a chance to see what the dolls were saying. All right, because you know the chat be messy over here. All right, so Bible Lady, welcome on in, baby. Hey, dim folks, Sandra RN23, Miss CLC, thank you for telling the people to go ahead and hit that like button. Let me go ahead and highlight your comment. Hit that like button, Twin Mom 14K sharp. We might need to call the nurse on IS after that live. I don't know. Maybe infamous Sylvia has thick skin. Maybe she has thick skin. There's a difference when somebody is roasting you who actually shared space with you, right? They're able to talk about you because they were actually side by side with you in close proximity and things like that. So that's when it can get a little dangerous, because I'm saying, baby, I'm saying, on top of, if this person has a roasting type of style where when they're beefing, they're going to exaggerate and run you down into the ground to get their point across. Oh, that can get really, really nasty. We already see what's going on with her current court shit that she got coming up soon. It gets nasty when you share a space with somebody and y'all get to beefing. There's a difference if you back and forth in somebody's inbox, email, text messages. Oh, but baby, when you actually share space, had a little lunch, dinner, snack, you done been in their car. Oh my God. The things that people can come up with to make you have a miserable day is absolutely insane. So I'm worried for her. I know y'all probably like, well, she deserves it. Oh, I guess y'all, but like I said, I don't know if he's going to more so focus on the Armand portion of the story, or if it's going to be an equal opportunity, well balanced, to tear everybody apart included in this whole storyline when it comes to what happened in Central Park, because at the end of the day, Sylvia is the one that reached out to Armand to meet up with him down to the Central Park and brought somebody who Armand considers to be the op. We got to keep that in mind. And then you have somebody else coming out who was not at Central Park, who is also saying that they have issues with Sylvia because she was doing what? Running her mouth, running her yapper, okay? Clapping at the cheeks, and I don't mean the bootay. So I don't know what's going to happen. Will other people down there to the Diddy trial come out and say, oh shit, well, she told me such and such and such and such? I don't know. People are going to do the content and react to the content because there are views that some of us need to get, especially us smaller channels. Okay, but I ain't got to beat her up and tear her down to tell y'all all about it, because she's going to go through enough at the 6 p.m. and already went through enough yesterday on the controversial news channel. So I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just here to report. I'm just here to report, okay? Set your alarm. 5 o'clock. Once I get off of work at 5 o'clock, it's a little crazy for me because I have to transition from work to the other things that I got going on. So even if I set my alarm, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm still going to catch it. So it just depends. We'll see though. Y'all know if I'm in there or not, because I'm going to come and talk about it. I usually go over there to the members to say what I really want to say. But y'all will know, baby. Candy Jones time, welcome on in. Lovejoy, hello. Southside Chi-Town 73. Now she'll cry and say he's bullying her. I feel like she needs to worry about those text messages. If they're screenshotting the text messages to feature them on these upcoming lives, that is something that she should worry about, because that's when all of your damn business is really exposed. A text message tells everything, right? I don't know if she's had somebody. I know with the situation with YSL, with what's that lady? Kayla, is her name Kayla? I know they did a quick text message back and forth, but baby, they was down there for 2 months, not really knowing how Sylvia got down before with other situations. So ain't no telling how these text message chains, how they're looking, okay, and what they're saying and what they're talking about. So, honey, but I feel like Gerald is probably going to have the most receipts on Sylvia. I just don't know if he's going to, like I said, air her out and do her dirty, or if he's just going to dip his toe in it. Honey, listen, I don't know. All right, I don't have a darn clue. Okay. Thank you so much, Queen Black, for joining the Dollhouse. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hugs and kisses to you, baby. A shimmy and a shake. Pull in and get a little closer, period. Feel free to drop your new membership emojis, okay? And that's a shimmy and a shake. A shimmy and a shake. Thank you so much, baby doll, for joining the Dollhouse. All right. Let me go ahead and highlight your comment. Highlight your becoming a member on the screen. Yeah, I'm Aaliyah TV. I'm not. I don't know if I don't know what to say. I don't. I feel like, is she to blame for all of this, or do people have to do their homework? That's with anybody. It's not just with Sylvia. If I know I'm about to go somewhere and I got to share a space with other people who are creating content, or with it doesn't matter what you're doing out here. If you got to share a space with people who are considered your co-workers and you are all in the same, the area of business, you got to research who you're about to share that space with. Saying hi and bye is not necessarily sharing the space. Having lunch and dinner, exchanging phone numbers, having a back and forth. Whoa, now, hey, who is this person? So, hey, Rain, welcome on in. I just renewed. Oh, well, thank you for your renewal, baby. Thank you for your renewal. I appreciate that. And now that I think about it, you were definitely a member. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm in, I'm in performance and sometimes you get into the uniform of telling the people thank you, not realizing you're just rejoining. So I do apologize, baby doll. Victor Bell said, listen, she stepped into the, okay, she stepped with the guys, okay, and they keep nothing but the receipts and don't care about you being older. They will read you for filth and will, and do and will, okay. Rain said that Sylvia was out there in New York, brown nosing big time. My. Unfiltered doll, is that ice cream still on sale? No, baby doll, that was over as of yesterday. So you missed out on that good old ice cream sale. Jet Black said he said she looked so raggedy he thought she was a seat holder at first. Honey, baby, listen. He said so many things, and I just was like, oh my God. You know, and I'm talking about Donat now. He said so many things that had me a little nervous. Now we do have, hold on a minute now, because I just uploaded something. Bear with me. Let me see where that is. Did that come up yet? Oh, yes, it did. All right. He said so many different things. And see, there were people in the chat letting Donat know a little more about Sylvia. He didn't know Sylvia had the children. He didn't know she used to be married. There's a few things he didn't know about Sylvia. And you have to also know that Dana J went down there to the New York for a little bit. Yes, he did. And when he went down there to the New York for a little bit, he was also in contact with Donat. So although Donat said Dana J didn't tell him much, I believe he told him enough that he still ignored the red flag and still allowed her in his space. Okay. For always, forever, welcome on in. Miserable people do miserable things. I can't be bothered. I'll just listen to your channel. I know that's right, honey. You got to protect your space and energy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Petty, did I say hello to you, baby? Hey, Miss Lady. That's why she and Sonya attracted to each other. They both have that demonic spirit. Ooh, that demonic spirit, not the demons. Ooh, my God. Dimples Wimples 504, welcome on in. Lovejoy, did I say hello? Say J, yep. No, y'all talking to one another. Andrea wants to know, why is she always looking for someone to feed her? Andrea, I don't know. I think it's because she wants people to believe that she doesn't have the coin. She does not have the coin to do the things that the other people want to do. Let Donat tells it he believes, because he swears and he thinks that she's a senior citizen. Somebody got to tell Brother Donat that Sylvia is just in her 50s. And 50s are fabulous, honey. Okay? We got our good sis, Real Talk Bougie, Law and Orderish. They are in their 50s. So that is not old at all, baby. I'm almost 50. Honey, it is 50 and fabulous. We got our good sister Bible lady in her 50s. Okay? I'm just trying to call out a few people that got it going on in their 50s. That ain't shit but a number. Honey, my mama is in her 70s and got it going on. Shirley Strawberry in her 70s and got it going on. Okay? Age is nothing but a number in a mindset. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't know if he's throwing shade and roasting and being funny, or if he really thinks that this lady is a senior citizen. As in us, as we. As in us, as in we seniors need love too. Letting the people know, baby, don't count me out because I'm a senior citizen. All I'm trying to say is this. When the last time you heard about a senior citizen not being messy? This is what I want to know. When did y'all feel like it was safe, since we are going to talk about age? Did y'all not ever go to church? Who keeps the gossip up at the church? The church mothers. Absolutely. Myrtle, Bernadette, Bernadine, Maybelline, Ruthann, Margaret, Shirley. No shade to Shirley Strawberry, but some Shirleys be messy. Yeah. Sister Jenkins, Sister Johnson, Sister Patterson. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Pearl definitely messy as hell. You know Pearl is definitely messy as all hell. Pearl about, you know Pearl like 78, 79 years old. Social wife Melissa said, I thought Sylvia was a senior citizen. No, she sure ain't. No, she is not. Miss HLS, you better clock it, baby. I think I look decent for my 50 big ball. We're going to take decent and say you look amazing. Okay? We see you, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on here, somebody. Come on now. Twyla, thank you so much, baby, for your super chat. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hugs and kisses to you, baby, and a shimmy and a shake. Let me make it rain on you really quick. Pull in and get a little closer. All the dolls are beautiful. Yes. Yes, they are. Yes, we are. Period. All right. Oh, my God. OG Lot Litter. Lot Litter. What is Lot Litter? OG Lot Lizard. Welcome on in, baby. Yes, honey, Ruth Ann. The older ladies stayed on the hotline bling talking about, baby, I was raised by a Nebby mother and grandmother. All right. Sitting back where they told you, get out my mouth. That's what they used to tell us coming up, to stay out of their mouth when they would be on the phone talking about the people, talking about everybody. Yeah. You know, the older people be messy. Mary Agnes. Oh, Mary Agnes. Been starting shit down there in the church kitchen for how long? Frying chicken and starting shit. So I don't even know. I have no clue. Why Martha? Okay. And Barbara Jean is all of a sudden, when did they become innocent? And most of them are sitting back with that certain wig on. You know, when you go in a wig store, you've seen that wig. There's about a good 4 to 5 common wigs that let you know that there's about to be some damn mess, and no one is safe. No one is safe. So, there's that. Oh, Lord, Elle said must know somebody named Doris. Elle said Doris. Doris is messy. I don't know what happened. Why can't I show your comment, Elsie? Oh, Doris. Okay, 80% CMOS said Mother Jones is going to let everybody have it and is. Don't forget the Hatties, the Margarets, the Ruths, Mildreds, and Miss Oh, baby, Miss Ernestine was sleeping with somebody's husband. Yes, she was. And Miss Ernestine was so cold with it that she took that lady's husband, and then he divorced his wife and married her. Absolutely. But y'all want to act like there's innocence when it comes to the seniors. Well, that's not true. But regardless, infamous Sylvia, excuse me, y'all hearing a bunch of noise. I had to come into the other room of this house to turn all of this noise off. This man comes in here for lunch and turns on all of the televisions, opens up the damn blinds so everybody can see what's going on in here. And I had to close and power off some things, okay? Hey, Dimples Wimples, you speaking to Twyla? She's a 58 ball. Yeah, which is still what? Fabulous. The fabulous 50s. Golden Pearl, welcome on in, baby. Excuse me. Much better today. Honey, the children still have breast milk on their breath and calling everybody old. And yeah, they do. They do. If you are 40 and above, baby, you are considered old by this new generation. Because I don't know if I told y'all, but my son, my 14-year-old, when he was younger, he asked me a question. Well, Mom, back when you were a slave, I said, now hold up, wait a damn minute. Excuse me? What? Wait, what? You know what I'm saying? So, what you say? OG Lot Litter said, well, OG Lot Lizard said, well, litter is good too. Southside Chi-Town said she didn't make any money. Well, she told Donat that whenever they demonetized one of her channels that they owed her $11,000. So, baby, I don't know if that's true or false. She did get the views when she was covering them, what is it, Young Thug and them down in the Atlanta, baby. I try not to count people's coin or pocketbook. Now, beautifully made. Mama D said, now, how did I get into this? But you ain't told one lie, Mama D. Let's not talk about Candy and her mama on the Housewives of Atlanta. Oh, baby, she stayed in some mess. Okay. What you say? UFD said, Babylon said, not too much shimmy and shaking on my baby mama. That's my sister. That's my sister, Bible lady. Don't even worry. Don't worry about it. Nesto Shiny Trumpet. Hey baby, welcome on in. Miss Lady said Lily Mae, Essie Mae, and all of the Mays are messy. And they be down to the bar. They're down to the bar messy. Carrying back whose husband and came into the bar with who? Absolutely. And then gonna try to lie and say, I didn't say nothing. I didn't say anything. I wasn't even at the bar that night. That bitch lying. You know, they try to lie about it too when they carry back the bones. Them folks, Eleanor. Yes, Miss HLS. He called her a geriatric 11 times. Muffin 218. Hey, baby, welcome on in. How are you? Okay. Only for a few minutes because I'm feeling myself. This is how you do 59, period. Get into Say J's avatar, because what we have around here, honey, this is the dollhouse. Beautiful dolls, and brag about it, honey. Brag about it. Do you hear me? Yes. Pretty and privileged, okay? And some of you will say, bitch, I'm paid. Okay, I love it. Oh my girl, not the Myrtle May. Myrtle May is some nasty word. Denise, oh baby, Denise will listen. I'm sorry, Denise, but yeah, all right. Somebody very near and dear to me has that name, and she is messy. I still say it, muff, and stay out of my phone when I'm on these YouTube avenues, baby. Listen, okay? My. You said Marty? Baby, I hollered at Myrtle May. Do you hear me? Fried chicken and bullshit. That wig be on tilt. Baby, that wig be on tilt. Ooh, say Jay, not you putting your grandmother what is it, Marnevia? Wait, girl, you know I'm ignorant as hell. Miss Gladys. Ooh, not Miss Gladys and Miss Mary had that wig. Mons, welcome on in, baby. How are you? Oh my God. I remember when my grandmother would say it's not gossiping, it's telling the truth. Well, she ain't lying. There is not a lie in what your grandmother said, Andrea, baby. A Chinese wig with a bang and taupe stocking. Because you know you are a whore, according to the older ladies, if you got on a skirt or a dress and no pantyhose. And if you ain't got a slip, oh, baby, if you're not wearing a slip, child, listen. Justin's mom said my grandmother was Maxine. Miss HLS said, I know a Annie. That's messy. So messy. Pen Pal 50 said, Imogene. Baby, listen. Look at y'all sharing y'all family members' name. K Sharp said, I will add mine. Sarah. Ooh, not Miss Henrietta. Patty, not Miss Henrietta. And Laverne. Oh, Laverne. Baby, Laverne. Why is there two names in the chat that is exactly somebody near and dear to me, her first name and her middle name? No shade it is, okay? Oh my God, Trish and baby and Pearl Lean is some nasty work. All right. And they stayed in the church as a new couple. Ooh, Elsie, that's a messy mess there. Okay. Jacqueline and Brenda. Okay. Oh, Butterfly, listen, baby. They done named your whole family. Aunt Mavis is what you say. You got an Aunt Mavis, and she is 102 years old. Lord, and I bet you she's still sharp as a kitchen butcher knife. Okay, they think Sylvia is 70, which is crazy. Do you hear me, Tanya B? Welcome on in, baby. Which is absolutely crazy. All right. All kids think, isn't that a shame? It's so rude. Yeah, it's rude. It's very common, Twyla 310. It's very, very common. All right. But oh my goodness. Yes, yes. Social wife Melissa says that the new generation is quick to call 40 and above auntie. Absolutely. I don't mind the word auntie though, because I am an auntie. Okay. I am somebody's auntie. So I don't mind it at all. I don't. And people tell me I have an old soul anyway, so I'm okay with it. All right. My kids swore if you are 30, you're an old kid. Yeah, they got life all messed up. Jet Black said he's still waiting for those receipts for that 11K. Danette said that oh wait, I done lost it. Danette said that she lied. She never made that much. We don't know how much Sylvia made. We have to keep in mind, you can always assume what somebody made here on the YouTube, but you just don't know. You just don't know. You might be close, right? But I don't want to say just because people are biased towards certain content creators. So it's just, it's easier to be like, the bitch is broke. That nigga's broke. It's just easy to go with that narrative because it really pisses people off when you call them broke. Anywhere you find a Joyce, Mama Joyce is a hoot and a holler. Do you hear me? Oh, the old lady gang had me cry. I used to love when the old lady gang was down there to the when they made their features on the Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, yes, I did, honey. Especially when Mama Joyce had on her trench coat and had her rain scarf tied on her head with her sunglasses walking through the hallway. Oh my God. Y'all remember when Mama Joyce told us that Candy's best friend was wearing Candy's old weave? That was some messy shit. That was some messy shit. Chanel, welcome on in, y'all. But that's all I got, honeys. I can't be here too long. Hey, Sugar Doll in chat. We back all right now. Well, Nola 504, baby, not for too long. I'm about to actually head on out of here. I just wanted to come through and let y'all know what I had put down to the community wall about the 6 o'clock show, where you can get part 2, 3, 4, and 5 from Gerald, the North Carolina beat. And I wanted y'all to see the thumbnail, which makes me believe that he's about to go in. But like I said, I do think that live is going to focus more on Armand, okay? She is spreading her character all over the internet, baby. Listen, Chick-fil-A girl, hey, baby. Welcome on in, Leo lady. Hello, hello, hello. Y'all welcome on in. Okay, so I got to get on out of here because I can't be before you long. Okay, and a lady 747 said, Albertha, we got you. Miss Irene said, what I got to do with it? Miss 215 said, my middle name is Laverne. Candy Jones says, now leave Hilda and Merlene out. Okay. Rain said, I don't like it because she's a black woman, but some people call her a gorilla and a silverback. I know, baby. Sometimes, unfortunately, when it comes to the YouTube streets and the alleyways, unfortunately, people are going to give it up as they see fit, as they see fit. They gonna give it up as they see fit. It's no difference, if you ask me. It's no different when somebody fat calls another person fat and funky when they sitting up there wide in the back as well. And for anybody out there in the bushes watching, or anybody in the crowd that's offended by that, don't worry, baby. I'm also wide in the back. Okay. I do have a shape. So sometimes people don't like to give me credit for that when I often reach out and say I'm plus size as well. I'm a big girl. Don't even worry about it. Everybody's shape is different when it comes to your curves and turns. Okay. Baby, I am a big girl. Yes, I am. All right. My BMI is high. All right. Let me, speaking of BMI, let me tell you what this heifer did down there to the gynecologist when she had pressed down on my stomach. Now, I told y'all when I stand up in the front, it don't look like I got a stomach. I more so got a stomach if you standing on the side of me. But when I had went to go read my notes, where it, when she did the exam pressing on my belly, there was a word, and I ain't gonna even tell y'all what the word was. I said, well, what the F does that mean? And when I went to go Google it, I almost went into the chat section of the medical app to call her a bunch of broke dick dogs, but I realized that's a woman, that's not a man. I almost cussed her ass out. You raggedy heifer, how dare you use this type of terminology when you're describing pressing down on my goddamn stomach like that? Talking about you couldn't feel what? Bitch, be gone. It was offensive. I mean, she goddamn triggered me just a little bit. It triggered me some. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of us out here who got like a lot of us bigger girls, plus size girls, especially if we got like a bigger booty. Let me be honest. Let me give you the life hack. If we got a big booty and hips and thighs, and we might be considered cute to the people, and we got a small, a waistline and not really that much of a stomach, we don't think you know what I'm saying? We get offended when you like be nasty about saying, but bitch, you still big. Excuse me? Pardon me? I told y'all my stomach is big from the side. You know what I'm saying? Like we forget that just because you got a shape, baby, you still plus size and big. Considering when you look at when you do the math of it all. And y'all know I'm not telling one lie. I'm not trying to be offensive, baby. If you are out here with your curves and you got a shape, you be forgetting, girl, you big too, and is. All right, just because you can wear crop tops, Miss Mama, and not be offensive or have people talk about you, you still big, sis. Let me get this money up off the screen, honey. Y'all think y'all down there at the Pank. We got the bar, money flying, and ain't no stripper on the screen. You get what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. Well, I ain't talking about me, Elsie, because you do know I am only 115 pounds soaking wet. 115 pounds soaking wet. Absolutely. So no, we ain't talking about me. Oh my goodness gracious. But y'all, that's all I got. That's it. That's all. If you are looking for this 6 o'clock live that is going to go down here on the YouTube, it is on my community wall. It's right there. You can get on there, turn your notifications on. Baby, I don't know if Sylvia is watching the doll or not, but baby, this is a warning. If you did not know, you are not looking good on that thumbnail. So I think you might want to prepare for that one. You might want to prepare for that one, baby doll. All right? Because he's already going to be on one, because he already feels like Armand didn't tell the truth. And we know what he said about Armand, regardless if it did include roast, gagging, and exaggeration to make sure the person knows that they don't F with him. And this is part 2. So I don't know how he's going to give it up for you. You might catch strays just because he's on one, because he got to now debunk these lies that he feels like Armand told on his live on the yesterday. Okay? Everybody, please be careful out there. Okay? And don't get none Anya. Thank you so much for coming out. God bless you all, and good night.
Oh! Shout out to everybody. I had fun.
I gotta be good.
I got all kind of cars right now. I don't give a what was repossessed. You just check my crib, bitch, and see the cars in my garage when you lift the goddamn garage up. Don't tell me what has been. Tell me what's now, okay?
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Unfiltered Doll Reactions.
Alright, Slash.
I wish you worked the phone.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south, I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't